Hello, I just want to give you a little short description of, well, explanation for why I haven't been doing videos for a while. We had some work being done on a bathroom. It's actually still being done, so they've been making a lot of noise and dust and all that kind of stuff. I was out of town for a week, 8 days in Florida seeing my sister. We had Christmas, my kids were home. I could go on, but I don't want to. Anyways, I wrote about all this on my blog, so if you guys follow my blog, you kind of already know what's been going on with me. But today I thought I had a couple minutes before the guys get here to do work on the bathroom. And a lot of you have been asking for kind of an essentials video as far as what do I just need in a basic makeup kit for my everyday makeup. You know, nothing spectacular, you know, like above and beyond what a makeup artist would need, just basic makeup kit. So I kind of wanted to go over a few things that I use on an everyday regular basis, and that's not for this face of makeup I'm wearing right now, because this is kind of more than what typical people would wear every day, just because I like to do that. Not everybody does it. What you want to start with always is a really good moisturizer on your face. So once you've done your morning face wash routine, I consider moisturizer part of your makeup routine because it really is essential to get a good, you know, flawless application of your foundation. You don't want dry spots. Even if you have oily skin, you'll still have things that need balancing. I've been using this, and I've also written a blog post about some of these things, and this is one of them. This is a aloe and green tea oil-free moisturizer by Alba, and I always have to use oil-free products because I do have oily skin that breaks out, as you can see. Start with your moisturizer. Give you about 15-20 minutes for that to sink into your skin and everything. And then from there, I'll just kind of go over some items in no particular order. You, of course, need a good foundation. If you don't really want to use foundation, or if you've got particularly good skin and you don't need full coverage all over your whole face, you can do one of two things. You can use either a tinted moisturizer, and I'll link down in the description box to some things that I recommend for trying for these different things that I'm saying. A tinted moisturizer you can use. You could just use a little bit of concealer in spots where you need concealing. I really kind of recommend a tinted moisturizer though. That kind of evens out your skin tone. Not everybody's face has different colors and different spots. Their neck is usually a different color than their face and all that sort of thing. So just to even everything out, a tinted moisturizer I kind of think is the least that you should use, unless you're, you know, a teenager and you've got really good skin. I use Loreal True Match foundation, and I usually carry at least 2 colors in my kit. And that is for, I get a little bit of a tan, I can mix them. If I want to do some shading and contouring and things like that, you don't really need to worry about that unless you really want to. Just ask and I'll explain that in the comments down below. You'll need a good face powder. Sorry, this is all rubbed off, but this is a Graftobian face powder in Skin Tone Light. I use that every day. I was using the Makeup Forever HD micro something or another powder to set my makeup. Again, if you have dry skin, you don't necessarily need to set your foundation or your tinted moisturizer at all. Like, you really shouldn't be using a lot of powders on your face if you've already got extremely dry skin. So you can skip that altogether for your kit. You'll need a good concealer. This is, sorry, the bottom's going. This is the MAC Studio Finish Concealer, and my color is NW20 or 25. I can use a 25 sometimes. And that's a concealer in a pot, and that's a nice thick, sorry, it looks a little grubby there, thick concealer that you can use for blemishes. So some people get little broken capillaries around their nose and things like that. A nice thick concealer in a pot will do well for covering major things. If you need some light concealing, you're going to want to go with something in a tube or a bottle, so that it's more of a liquid foundation as opposed to a thick cream like that, because that's just going to be too thick. This is not the right consistency. This is a Hard Candy Glamouflage, and this is a very super heavy duty foundation, concealer. The only reason I'm showing it to you is because typically in a tube like this, you're going to get a thinner consistency than you will in a pot. So you'll want to go with something like that for concealing blemishes and whatnot. Also, in a tube, sorry, you need a pot for blemishes. The tube, more liquid concealers you're going to want to use under the eyes. You don't want to use a pot like this for under your eyes. It's going to cake up. It's just too thick and too heavy. You want it a little bit brightening and quite a bit thinner under there. So you'll need, I say 2 concealers. You can get away with 1. If you want to just get this and then kind of thin that down with a little bit of moisturizer or something like that to go under your eyes, that's perfectly fine as well. So you'll need a foundation, a powder if you're oily or if you just kind of have oily spots, a heavy concealer for blemishes and, you know, pigmentation problems and things like that, a thinner concealer for under the eyes. I'll go over a couple of tools, a few tools that you'll need. A good pair of eyelash curlers. I know that a lot of people say, I don't need to curl my eyelashes. I personally think, and I've heard a lot of makeup artists say, that everyone needs to curl their eyelashes. It just really opens up the eyes. It makes them look longer, helps them to appear fuller. There's a lot of reasons. Good makeup, eyelash curlers. These are just my little grubby pair of Sephora, very inexpensive eyelash curlers. You can get really expensive ones. There's Shu Uemura that's really good. And then you can just get like Revlon, you know, drugstore brands, and they're all fine. There are a few that will be more open in here on the sides. I don't like those. They grab the eyelashes and pull them out. So you want to make sure that this metal piece right here goes all the way across. There's no openings on this side or this side, because those will pull your eyelashes and sometimes pinch your skin. A good pair of tweezers. Everyone needs tweezers. We don't like to admit it, but all of us ladies have here and there little hairs that need to be removed. So a good pair of tweezers. These are just Revlon tweezers. I like the slanted tip like that. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. I know some people prefer a more super fine thin point. I don't. I like those. It's up to you. Let's see. Oh, one of these little dealy bobbers that you can get pretty much anywhere. This is to, you know, keep your little eyebrows in place and comb through your lashes once you get your mascara on to get rid of the clumping, if you have any. A good sharpener, that's the word. This has, I like the dual that's got the smaller and the larger, you know, for your larger pencils. And I think my guys are here to do the bathroom. Yay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop with my little sharpener there, and I'm going to make this one video, and then I'm going to make a separate video for some of the other things. So to get started, that's kind of what you need. I will list everything in the description box. If you have any questions or comments, please leave me a comment below, and I will answer you as quickly as humanly possible. And please read my blog, because I've got pictures and things like that over there that I can't always put on here. And sorry, that was my phone singing. I hope you guys have a great day, and I really appreciate you stopping by. Thanks.